quality option was set that way. The monitor that I have that just slideshows memes. Okay, so I do kind of. I was wondering what the hell you meant, but now I know what you mean by it. The way that I used to do it would be like game, then like chat and alerts and live split and all of my crap here, and then like memes, right? What part of the run was he talking about, Gravel? I will say Skishu. Bed bridge. Oh, yeah. No, I know why I was having issues with that. I've resolved that issue. Nobody had told me that there was a buoyancy mechanic in the game, and I didn't catch on that there was a buoyancy mechanic. That was all it was. Hi, Gravel. How are you doing? But Shep, I don't really use like it for memes anymore. Mostly because I like try to limit the number of memes that I look at because like doom scrolling is bad for not only attention span but also just like time flying without you doing anything. It's been like years since that was the case. Now it gets used for music. It is also the one that I go on, like, Blue Sky on. So it does still get use as, like, memes on occasion. It's just not commonly on that. It's generally my, like, watching or listening to something monitor, because it's also the one that I use for YouTube, and it is... That was weird. And it is also the one that I use for Twitch and Netflix and whatever. Whenever I'm watching something, I'm looking at this monitor over here to my right. Whenever I'm playing a video game, if it's on a console, I am looking at this monitor to my left, which is also where I end up streaming from. And whenever I am playing a PC game, it is this center one. This is also the one that I do work on in the mornings. Like when I start my day. Why am I turboing this cutscene? When I work in the morning, that's where that one goes. Good morning, Firework. It is not evening. Good morning. Reading my diary and losing my mind entirely. It's crazy how getting one bit of information about a person like simultaneously brings you closer and also retcons previous perceptions of things they've said. Is this a Glover stream? It's a The stream. Hi, Cabby. Congrats on undersleeping. Everybody, Firework bottoms the concept of sleeping. I, for one, top it. This is a The stream. It is. Hello, Cabby. How was your travel? I hope that you got home safe. Glad to hear it. Dire entries are some instances. Okay. Jumpies! Hi, Korok. I guess I could just start calling John John instead of Koroks. Welcome back. 2 times in a row. I hope you're doing well today. Sorry for the world's worst fist bump in the airport. Oh, don't worry about it. So many people were so awkward in the airport. It was silly. I ended up getting on my flight. Okay, I haven't told this story yet. I've talked about it to people in, like, Discord. But I'm gonna tell that in a second. Gravel, do you mean, like, giving hints that he had a thing for you? Because that's kind of the implication that I'm getting here. If not, I don't know what you mean. Anyways. Yeah, you're just a singular, Korok. I can also just call him John. I halfway do anyways. But, anyways, the thing about, like, the airport. So I had this really interesting experience that, not in the airport, but when I was getting on the flight, I was getting on the flight, and you know that, like, half-delirious state people get in, where they're, like, walking down the aisle at, like, a quarter mile an hour. Not even a quarter mile an hour. Like, a 40th of a mile an hour. Like, really slow, right? And I'm, like, halfway dozed out, have one earbud in, am, like, looking for my seat, and I hear somebody say Glubbers. And at first I was like, who the fuck is saying Glubbers on an airplane? And then someone said it a second time, because I thought I just misheard, like, whatever the fuck. And I'm like, I look at Rek was on my flight. I drove him home after we landed, and he was doing something entirely different. And, also, hello, Ramroyd. Thank you for that. That is super kind of you. I hope you're doing well today. I'm glad you enjoyed the run that much. But I hope you are doing amazingly. But anyways, so then somebody said it a third time. And so that time I turned to where the noise was, because it wasn't directly at Rek, but it was roughly his direction. And I didn't recognize the person. I'm still not certain I recognize who the person was. And there was just this person looking at me, like, waving like this. And I'm just like, hi. Because I was, like, spaced out trying to get on a flight, had been in the airport for 7 hours, and was just, like, ready to go doze off in my seat for, like, a 5-hour flight back to Seattle. I caught you mid-sandwich? What? I don't think I caught you mid-sandwich. What? I don't know what that means. You went to Yuzu's? Wait, were you on the flight to Seattle Shop? Was that you? It didn't look like you. No, I have no clue what you're talking about. Like, genuinely, I have zero clue what you're talking about. Oh, like in the lobby. Okay. Anyway. I think I figured it out. Because later I saw that Brian Otto had put out something on Blue Sky that was like, there's so many GDQers on this flight. And I realized that he kind of fits that description. The problem with the description that, like, I was giving to people is, like, thin-rimmed glasses, was wearing a mask, thinner frame, and, like, a hat, and, like a fishing, like an older fishing hat or a baseball hat or something. And I'm just kind of, like, when I'm thinking about how to figure out who this person is based on their description, I'm just like, okay, a stereotypical early to mid 20s person is from Seattle. Like that is a typical attire of somebody who's in their early to mid 20s and from Seattle is on this flight to Seattle. I am never finding this person. Luckily, that's what Brian Otto looks like, so I'm just assuming that was him. And if it wasn't, whatever. Well, okay, 64-bit. It's not so much that there's like a voice changer. I am kind of good with voices. But I'm more like a face person. I would have absolutely clocked whoever it was if they didn't have a mask on. And a hat. Like, I basically am going off of their skin color and the fact that they were wearing thin-rimmed glasses. And their attire, right? I can't really, like, judge much about a person off of that. Especially when the skin color is, they were a pale person who was at GDQ. Like, ah. What the? Interesting. Stavros, thank you for the 5 bits. I appreciate that. And thank you for the kind words about the performance and my outfit. I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, a number of people have said they liked my outfit. And while I appreciate that, I just wear leather jackets. Like, that is just the leather jacket that I wear all the time. It is in my closet. I wore it today. I do appreciate that, though. Because it means that people like how I dress on the daily. You missed all the runs that I did one single run, Cozy. It was 11:30 p.m. on Saturday nights. Because, yeah, it was actually a really late start. I have a lot of alts. That I actually... So Photon's not quite right. I was all of the Zelda runs. So I am actually also ZFG and Cloud and P5 and Mikey simultaneously next to each other. And Linkus. I am all of those people. That is how this works. I think the most impressive one was being 2 people doing a 2P1C at the same time. But Cozy, how was your past week? I haven't seen you since before GDQ. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to Polite Vibes. Is Block Dude a Zelda game? Okay, so after Cloud's Take run, right, there was Block Dude, like, immediately. Within seconds of people standing up, somebody had come over and was like, "Hey, can I take this chair?" And they, like, took my chair over to where the Block Dude thing was going on. And I was like, yeah, take the chair. And just, like, so many chairs had moved within literal seconds. It was ridiculous. Supposedly, Block Dude was great. Cloud was extraordinary. Cloud's run was great. Cloud did an amazing job, and she was awesome, and just fun to hang out with. She's a cool person, and I'm glad to call her a friend. And Bimby, thank you for the luck on the all grumbles run. I'm gonna grumble in every dungeon. It's gonna be Southern Ruins. That was interesting. practice stream drew in 12,000 views. I do not know what this means at all. Grumble at every boss. Seismic Talos is more like seismic fuck. Fucking bullshit ass. Does this include just my boss? She did say please. If I remember, I'll do it. Seismic Talus, more like seismic phallus. I forgot to split. Unironically, I just kind of spaced out for, like, however long that was. Alright. Alright. I've skipped a split. This means that I'm going to get a PB. That's how that works. Now I will grumble at every boss. Photon, can you stop changing the hundo route when I'm trying to learn it? The only thing that's annoying about hundo is getting used to, like, doing things in the certain order so that you can not reference... what the fuck? Aha. Interesting. I will never actually do a hundo run if this keeps happening. This is actually a preventative measure to keep me from bopping you in hundo. Why is this hitting you in the giggle dick? The grumbly thing? I don't know, have you eaten yet? Maybe you have that kind of grumbles going on. You thought about that? Do I stream full time? No. No. I got off work like 2 hours ago. I work as a robotics engineer. Specifically an electronics specialist. I just kind of do this for fun most nights. I'm doing like a little bit of extra streaming while I'm just coming off of GDQ because I think that that's quote-unquote proper. But no, I am not a full-time streamer by any means. I don't work at Verizon anymore. And Shadow, you're a fucking amazing person. I hope that you are doing amazingly tonight. Shadow is a dope dude. He made the fucking sword that I still don't have yet because I need to figure out when I'm getting the sword. But he's just an awesome dude. He's a good friend, and we appreciate his presence. How are you doing tonight, Shadow? How goes arranging woodworking? For SGDQ. Like, robotics engineers make quite good money. You and every girl that I match with on Tinder, unfortunately, you would be sorely mistaken because my boss is a prick. I barely make enough to afford the apartment that I live in. Okay, that is technically not true. I make it enough to live within my means, not by enough that I'm super happy with the amount that I put away, but I feel like no one ever is. But I go to GDQ twice a year. That is a long trip that I get to go and spend with friends and, like, go out spending a lot of money doing things. And I can afford that, plus living in my own place on my own. Like, I don't have roommates or anything, so, like, yes, I make fine enough money. Uh, I don't want to rant about my income. So the only thing that I'll say is that while that is true, the average salary for somebody with my position is markedly higher. Markedly higher, not markedly higher, than what I currently make. No, I'm just not going to say numbers because I feel like it's not appropriate for me to say numbers and, like, my income on stream. It's not really something that I want to say, but I can say that the average rate for an introductory position of my position is tens of thousands of dollars higher than what I make annually. I won't go into specifics beyond that. And my position is not an introductory. Oh yeah, let me just give you my social. I'll give you pi 3.1415926. I don't really know it after that. I think the next one's like a 5. I've never been that guy for pi, but I also just have a bunch of degrees in, like, math and science. So yeah, I did know people like that, so I know it to a degree. My social, okay, so it's 420698008. What's the response people of the girls on Tinder about which part? The to having the job or to the income thing? Because I don't exactly tell them that I have poor income. It's more of they expect me to be a guy who, like, drives a luxury car and lives in a fucking house, and I drive a decent car and live in my own apartment. So, to ask what their favorite dinosaur is, true, that is kind of my opening line on Tinder. I have had a number of girls who have, like, asked about my job, and I've never really gotten the implication that they were actually interested in my job, but more like, oh wow, that's so cool, I'm gonna pretend that I'm interested in your job because making conversation, and it always feels fake. But that also might just be, like, reading into how text works, right? Usually, like, jobs and stuff is something that we've talked about before a date. Wow, your job is so cool, and we're making small talk, and that's actually, like, one of my least favorite things about dating apps. I'll give you your thanks here in a second after I finish this topic, Cozy, but I did note it. Give me just a moment. So, it's kind of just like, I don't like how people are fake in that way. And I'm very much so someone that, like, cares about people being, like, genuine. That's kind of why I run the chat the way that I do. It's not that we are degenerate, it's that I allow people to act however they feel like. If you want to talk about kinky shit, go right ahead, I don't care. It's, like, how you actually feel. And I value that quite a bit. Now that said, oh my god, thank you, Mommy. You are a fucking amazing person, and you are dope, and we appreciate you. You are a goddamn amazing person, and so is Penis. But thank you, genuinely, Mommy. And I meant to say Mommy. Sorry, meant to say Mommy. What I really meant to say was, you're an amazing mommy. Great segue, thank you. Yeah, no, that's fair, Shadow. Is that gonna work? I'm gonna just do this. I don't think that would have worked. You say, like, gaming on your profile, would girls be interested? Okay, yeah, I also read your thing about speedrunning. I was going to go back to that. Also, hi, comics. I'm doing well, how are you doing? We're talking about dating apps, which is a weirdly common topic. It's almost like I'm a single dude. Okay. That was almost too late. Fuck dating apps, that's basically the convo at hand. So, Korok, the main thing about, like, having that kind of... There's, like, a weird stigma about your personality being gaming. So I've heard from a number of friends who are girls that I should take that off of my dating profile. But that actually goes hand in hand with what you were asking about, like, or saying, like, oh, you should put that you're a speedrunner on there. For a very long time, I have had different speedrunner things on my Tinder and, like, Bumble when I've had it in the past. And I've only ever gotten questions about it a couple of times. It has actually gotten me a date before. It was not a good date. It was a date. What do you mean by speedrunning things? Okay. Do I have a girlfriend? No. Not currently. So, no, not really. So, for example, Photon, the picture that I use on Blue Sky and Twitter is one of the pictures, and that is me on commentary for TPR at PAX West last year. I just think that's a really good picture of me. Ugh, it's this guy, the fucking seismic phallus fucking... There you go, Cozy. Oh, come on, that actually must be fucking me. Figment of my imagination comics. Also, how are you doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. And Yogi, I'll thank you for the Yoggle. One, two, three, that might be a gold for these splits. Not a real gold, because my 80% restricted one is better. But that might be a gold for these splits. And with having a bad Talus fight, that's a fine segment. I'm saving... If I had to guess, I think I'm saving 28 seconds over my PB. Got done play practice. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. But not only is it, like, photos that are speedrunning adjacent, like, I might take one of the ones from GDQ of me and put it as a fucking picture on there, because who cares? Now that said, I don't currently even have Tinder. I'm not on any dating apps at the moment. I can get into that in a second. But the main thing that I mean by that, Photon, is, like, I will have in my bio just literally saying that I am a speedrunner in some sense, right? So if I go to... I have pictures of this stuff, and I know exactly where they are, so hold on. Okay, so... There... There... Nope, that's not it. Hold on, I have to play the game for a second. Did you put theater on there? Interesting. Okay, 3-second gold. I thought it was 2-second gold. Uh, do I want the pics from GDQ? The ones that they took, like, which pictures are you talking about? Like the ones that you took? Sure. Go ahead and put them in, like, the pics channel or something. Uh, I couldn't find one immediately. I thought that I could, I'm sorry. But it's something akin to, like, is it time for you to lurk? Uh, it's kind of overworld movement for, like, 7 minutes, but roughly yes. Like, I will be going around to random waypoints for about 7 minutes. But you will see, like, potentially areas that you haven't been to yet, but we don't actually trigger any, like, quest states because of a weird state that the overworld's in when we do a trick here. So the only thing, like, potentially spoiled is waypoint locations. You know this map? Fair enough. At Gravel, at Glan, this is the part that... Oh my god. Get up there, get up there. Okay. This is the part that Glan said that I was bad at. Not that part, but the part coming up. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't really seen any of those photos. The only photos that I've seen of me have been a couple of people taking photos, like taking their individual photos, like King J posted his photos, and there's one with me of that. But there's also like the GDQ ones of my run and stuff, and I do like one of those photos a lot. There's one that I'm not personally fond of. It's like appearance of me, but I appreciate its quality as a photo. It's one that C Average really likes. And I, like, understand the artistry of it. I am not personally partial to it. But I am also someone who knows how to respect the artistry of that sort of thing. And I know how to separate myself from that. So... Does being an engineer or a CS major make me better at speedrunning? I'm not a CS major. But a lot of people who are... It makes you more prone to being a speedrunner, I guess. Because you're probably a nerd. But I don't think it has any actual bearing on anything. I could see being like a... Really? I could see being a computer science nerd giving you like a predisposition to, like, glitch hunting? But not like the actual speedrunning itself, right? Speedrunning can be as simple as, like, teaching a monkey the order to do the inputs. Enjoy your alert, comics. Always good to talk to you. Maybe one of these days I'll play a game that you don't get spoiled on. Yeah, someone taught a dog to speedrun. Does going to CVS make me better as a speedrunner? I live in Seattle. We don't have CVS in Seattle. So I'm going to go with no. A dog can speedrun? Yeah, so at SGDQ, Summer Games Done Quick, last year, there was, what is his name? JSR? Is that what the guy goes by? Who taught his dog Peanut Butter to play Gyromite for the NES. And we stayed on the same floor as Peanut Butter the dog. So, move over, nerds. I was popular. What the? How? Was Ken Griffey baseball? I did not actually watch the run. I knew that he was teaching at Gyromite. Was I an engineering major? No, I have a master's in physics. Yo, what's up, Mystic? Hey, motherfucker. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Logistically, it was a fucking nightmare. Yeah. I wonder how bad the crazy taxi thing was. It didn't seem horrible because it's like a very known thing how to do a stage with a band on it. It's pretty fucking easy. But I did think it was funny. So minor hiccup with that, you can't share in public. Fair. There was also a minor hiccup with my run with getting people onto the back couch. That I really think it was funny. So Jim told me after my run that... Okay, so the short of what happened was they had to come onto the stage and ask me who belonged and who didn't, because I asked them to clear the back couch to have my friends on the couch. Or on the back couch, right? And apparently, and that's my perspective, right? But apparently, as I learned from Jim after the run, they came up to him and, like, asked him, "Gymnast, who belongs here?" And he was just like, "What?" Like, Jim was allowed on the back couch. Jim's a friend. He's cool. But they just walked up to him like he was the authority on it. And he was so confused. The back couch just an audience? Yeah, so it's the on-camera audience that is generally filled with community members of both the game and the runner, so friends that are not in the actual show. That is what the back couch is. And for me specifically, because I am friends with people from a bunch of different games, there was 3 different groups that belonged, and that was Jim's group, the OOT group, the Ocarina of Time group, and the Breath of the Wild group. And there was very little intermixing in who knew who from each, so that became difficult. Yeah, I can talk about that in a second, Blan. Also, hi, Blan. But calling back to what Korok asked, my specific discipline of physics is I have a... Technically, my bachelor's was in particle physics, but my master's is in solar physics. Specifically, solar flare and CME dynamics. But yes, Bland, the reason that the back couch is not as visible anymore is because, for logistical reasons in the events sorting, how the actual stage works these days is there is not one stage, there is 2 stages. Side by side. You are separated by, like, a drape. So, like, towards the end of ZFG's run, there was 2 ZFGs left, would have been a drape, and on the other side of that drape was me setting up my run. Yo, go get some sleep, Sam. I appreciate you stopping in. Hope that you have a good day tomorrow, and I hope that you had a good day today. And have a good night, Cozy. I appreciate you. Fucking awesome. Sleep well. Yeah, the double stage setup is great. Thought of Big Bang Theory. I'm not a huge fan of Big Bang Theory. It's kind of like the Oh my god, nerdy show, but is what it is. How's the calves? What? They're fine. I don't know what this means. Yeah, the Big Bang Theory is like what your parents think nerd shit is, or like the popular kids in high school think nerd shit is. But I don't like to knock things that people enjoy. So, like, more power to you. It's just not something that I am personally partial to. Our parents thought D&D was Satanism. Yeah. That was a different generation than mine. Wait, no, I was supposed to say transform there. Okay. It's fine. Is this your first time playing TP casually, Koro? That might be a goal. Yeah, if you would like to use the amiibos, sure. I don't know that amiibos add or remove much from it. Personally, at least. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna throw on the Ganon amiibo? Why do I have 6 things on Blue Sky? What the fuck? Ah, interesting. Like, it doesn't really add too much. Yeah. The main thing is, like, the Wolf Link amiibo. Where's my Wolf Link amiibo? It's up there. For, like, Cave of Shadows. Cave of Shadows is cool. I finished Cave of Shadows? Yeah, years ago. I barely ever touch TPHD, but I did enjoy it when I played it. I would never run it, though. It's too similar to TP, and I already know TP. Wolflink appear on Breath of the Wild? Yeah, the Wolflink amiibo in Breath of the Wild summoned Wolflink. Like, as a ally in combat. Yeah, then that is what it is, right? Like Pichu said, it's not the biggest thing to have like the hearts or the extra damage if you use the Ganon amiibo, things like that. It's kind of whatever in my mind. But if you like that sort of thing, if you like either the ease or the added challenge, more power to ya. Can it fight the blights for you? I don't know how much damage it does, but I know for a fact they don't use it in any percent, so I'm going to go ahead and say that it's not very useful. Never done run a TPHD? Nope. The only reason that I would ever do it would be, like, if I want to do glitchless TP. Because it would be the better glitchless run. And I don't really want to do glitchless. I'd probably die trying, true. Impart an echo of wisdom to viewers. Just, like, me say some random bullshit fact, or, like, give them some wisdom on, like, you should never brush your teeth after brushing your armpit with the same toothbrush. Like that, John? Never pet a burning dog. Sounds like wisdom to me. That's not a bad one. That's actually a pretty good idea, John. How much do I owe you for this? AC said 10%. What is AC? I've historically, like, before my, before, like, doing echoes, a lot of people knew me as a Twilight Princess runner. And, like, I kind of tried to like, move on from being known as only a Twilight Princess runner. But I've historically run GameCube Twilight Princess for about 5 years. On and off, really, so I wouldn't really say it's 5 years of running, but have run for 5 years is more correct. The actual amount of time that I've run the game is probably like 2.5. It was only about a year of Hundo, too. I have a lot of time in all dungeons. Yeah, and I'll probably do a lot of Twilight Princess soon-ish. For exactly the reason that I will be submitting Twilight Princess for SGDQ. This is unsurprising to anyone that's known me for a while. Which means I need to derust it. Which means I need to get back to where I was. And, like, just enjoy it. Baron 1. But in terms of, like, how much work that is actually going to be, I've figured out that what I would like to do... Yeah, casually they're about the same length as Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess. But in terms of, like, recordings for my speedruns for GDQ, I'm going to want to redo basically everything that I have. And so I'm going to do about 12.5 hours of finished recordings, which means the ones that I like will add up to 12.5 hours. So I'm getting an early start. I think that that's fair. People love rando if you want to add that to the menu. That was the last thing while TP was in GDQ was TP rando with Spike Vegeta and Gymnast 86. But also, like, no, I will not see it right now. What do you mean, Yal? What do you mean? Like, why am I in Farron? Different settings? Yeah, fair. How'd you get into speedrunning? It's kind of a question with multiple answers. Context for what we were talking about? Someone just asked if I ran Twilight Princess. That's about it. People have 1v1 Mario Kart all track challenges and competitive Mario Party. They do. Do you want to race 96 track at SGDQ 2025, John? Yeah, I ended up just liking, like, all dungeons in basically every game. I figured out that I like dungeons. Dungeons. Longer than Skyward Sword's dungeons. We're going to Vocal. I really think that it's like a case-by-case basis, Korok. I'm assuming that you've finished Skyward Sword, right? Speaking of finishing, hi Glam. Thank you for the raid and the luck. How are you doing? How was finishing? Can we get a shout out for Glan, Chup? Glan's dope. He was on the couch, and he's a cool guy, and yeah. Did you finish her on, Glan? Just a cool guy, fun to hang out with. We did a 2-player 1 controller, which was super cool. Go follow him right now, you shits. Fuck. That's my fault. What if you already did? Unfollow and follow again. Do it right now. Is it okay for a grown-ass adult to love Zelda games? I am 27. Wait, no, I'm not. I am about to be 27. In 4 days. I'm used to it being 2025, okay? Glam, put your fucking clothes on. Thank you for the happy early birthdays. I will be around on my birthday at some point for streaming. So I will do, I don't know what on my birthday. I have plans in the morning. That didn't finish after dying in Null. Ah. That's close enough to finishing. My ex would be sympathetic and say, no, that does count as, like, her finishing. You know, it works. What are you doing? What? Off? Glan, I have questions. And I'm only saying Glan because you're the one who knows the game other than me here. Why did that fail? Uh-huh. 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 I have so many questions. I'm saving time. It looked like you didn't spin, but what about the one where I did spin? There was one where I did spin and I was like, in Vocavore. I clipped in and couldn't hit it from the inside or something. It was weird. Anyways, it was already like a fucked up fight, so I'm not too concerned. And I'm instead going to just put on some music about it. This run's still okay, so... I can't wait for this run to manage to die somehow. Yeah, how aren't you following him? Why was that delayed? Korok, thank you for the tier 1. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate the support. I hope that you enjoy the lack of ads and the dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggies that spin. And again, I really do appreciate it, so thank you. And apparently the sus emote. Nobody actually uses the sus emote, but go ahead and use the sus emote. You now have that ability. Did I get Beast to record a variety composition called This Fucking Game? I don't know what that means. The song is by Beast, but I did not ask him to make it. He did it because I had said the phrase, why? Why would you do that? Why in the hell would you do that, goat? In a rhythmic way, and he was inspired. And then I got his permission to use it for my sub alert. So that's why the short version is the just resub and sub, and then any multi-subs plays the whole damn thing. That said, I don't exactly have very many conversations with Beast these days. He's a good guy, I just don't talk to him these days. I did watch him a little bit this morning, though. And I would be more likely to get a variety composition from Variety, the person that I was at dinner with last night. She's, conversely, where Beast I talked to less in the past few years, Variety I have gotten to know more. We had an interesting night. Got some good food. Talked about stuff. It was good. Yeah, we went to a Taiwanese place. Is this a date? No. Variety is a friend of mine. Variety is a speedrunner herself. She had a GDQ run of Valhalla, cyberpunk bartending action. Yeah, like from Thailand, exactly, Photon. She doesn't live near me. Her parents do. I've known her for a few years. Whenever she visits her parents, we try to make plans to go out and do something. Yeah, we went to Thailand. With your variety points called unparking, no, why wouldn't you just back up and move forward? I would be kind of curious about how she would take the silent video of unparking and evoke emotion into it. From it. That's not how evoking works. Invoke emotion into it. Yeah, I had to explain ladyboys. Good job, Zelda, putting on that hood of literally nothing. Something Seattle Puppy Girls. At Cloud. Still really... I do understand it. I asked Cloud about the Seattle Puppy Girls thing this morning. And she did explain it to her, to, like, good... to... I don't know how to English right now. To her credit, there we go. To her credit, she did explain the Seattle Puppy Girls thing. I just don't fucking get it still. Oh, wait, this is after... Why did I do that, even? To the best of her ability, yes. Do I know where SGDQ is going to be held? Yeah, it's going to be in Minneapolis. Do I know the hotel? Probably not. Or probably, but I can't technically, like, say it with certainty, but they really do like that same hotel. It's a good hotel, so... Goma, It is a good hotel. I really like the SGDQ hotel. Isn't it usually in Minneapolis? Yeah. I am curious what you're coming up with here, Blam. I am going to Baron 2, so we do that. Has it really been on the East, or in Minneapolis for like a decade? Alright, kind of worked. Stakaro, for the 50th fucking time. Yeah, the cops are gonna come for you. Seriously, dude. I'm trying to be, like, helpful here. What the fuck? Yeah, aside from COVID making it remote, which... yeah. Oh my god. Go. Yeah, going from the East Coast to SGDQ is a little bit worse than going to AGDQ in Pittsburgh. I like it because it's not such a fucking long flight. I don't exactly like flying from coast to coast. Go figure. How did that miss? Like, actually, how did that miss? Okay, that one I get. Yeah, I live in Seattle. I don't mind saying that I live in Seattle. Hey, Lay. That is indeed the Glovers. Hi, Lay. How are you doing? Please don't give you a... doxing. Makes sense. Okay, I like whenever I say that I live in Seattle, that, people will usually say something like, oh, that makes sense, and it's always some random out-of-pocket thing. Like, oh, that makes sense, you work as an engineer, you live in Seattle, of course you do. Like, what? Hey, Teach. You should be sleeping. Go get some rest, dude. I hope you're doing well, though. I hope the, added on Uber driving and all that is good, treating you well. Do I work remote? Like, I have an office that I have to go to. I do work remote, like, more than half the time, though. Yeah, I'm doing well, Leg. I'm chilling. I'm having a good time. Today, it was like my first day back at work, so it was kind of bleh, but other than just that bleh, it's been a good day. It wasn't even that bad of a day, other than just having to go back to work. Did I really use that little? Oh no, I must have gotten... Ooh. That's... I guess optimally you don't get any might crystal from... Or not might crystal, the energy, because you do the fight faster. But that's interesting, like, you get a little bit of your time back if you get lucky on, like, the spawn from the Gomaling. Today's Ice's last day, but you got Hibachi. Yo! That's sick. Oh, it's been forever since I had Hibachi. I hope it was good. If I didn't just get done spending a fuck ton of money at GDQ, I kinda want Hibachi. With a few speedrunners that have a job outside of streaming. Maybe I'm like I mean a lot of like smaller speedrunners do, and I'm definitely not a big speedrunner by any means. But like after a certain point, people are able to pay their livelihood with it, so why not do that, right? It's more than a few, exactly. But within that, I guess not a lot of like people will just outright talk about their job. I think it's cool to be like, yeah, I work in robotics. So I'll talk about my job all the time. That guy's gonna pop out of existence. Gamer derogatory. Thank you for specifying that that slur is used derogatorily in my chat lay. I'm gonna drink water about it. Also, Yo Phantom. I feel like a lot of speedrunners mention they're unemployed. Did I have a job when I started speedrunning? uh, I guess the answer is like yes and no. So like when I started speedrunning was during when the pandemic happened. That was really when I started. I was still in school. Like I was still in my master's program, but I was working through my master's program. Like I also worked in an event hall and like worked in that industry in events. And I lost that job, got a stipend because everybody got a stipend, was making money doing nothing effectively, but I also was getting paid for my master's program because they pay you a little bit for like grading and teaching, and I was still doing that and going to school. So I did have a job, but less jobs, I guess is the best way to put it. So I guess, yeah, like, it's a thing that you get into when you... I've definitely, like, been out of a job, and the thing that I have done as a result of that is speedrun more. Because you have a lot more time to do stuff when you're out of a job. Oh, nice job. Yeah, the thing that was nice for, like, that for me was the events, like, industry is inherently inconsistent in, like, what you make, because what you make is based off grat, right? Gratuity. And they basically averaged it, and where the events industry ends up being, you make a lot of money in, like, December and, like, wedding season in the summer. And the rest of the year, you make kind of blah money and you coast off of the good money you got during the good time, right? And they averaged that, so I was making like way more a week than I would have been. It was kind of great. Gerudo. Still getting used to the dungeon order. I don't know why it's difficult for me to get used to the dungeon order, but it's taking a little bit. Where is it? Oh my god. I hate this. Oh, you tell that story like secondhand? It's a good story. It's a really good story. Let me, like, get out of the blindfolded section. There we go. So, when I worked at a hotel, this was a couple of years ago now, it was while I was looking for my current job, like, after school, while still looking for work kind of thing. I worked in a hotel, and I managed the front desk of a hotel, right? And so in managing the front desk of a hotel, occasionally I had to go up to the desk. And this one time, I was running the desk while whoever was supposed to be running the desk was, I don't know where, using the bathroom or something. And this Quebecois gentleman comes up to me. And there's an area south of Seattle named Des Moines. Des Moines, right? If you're from Washington, you say Des Moines. If you're from other parts of the countries, you might say either Des Moines or Des Moines. There's weird ways to pronounce it, right? This Quebecois gentleman calls me a stupid American and says it's pronounced, what do you say? Des Moines. Which one is wrong? Des Moines? Yeah, Des Moines. Why did I set a sign now? So, this Quebecois gentleman says that. Weirdly, there was an actual French gentleman behind him who cuts in, starts probably swearing at him in French and calling him stupid, and tells him to, like, motions him to move out of the way and stop bugging me. And then was just the most polite person ever to me. Tabernacle de Calice? I have no clue what the fuck that means. This was years ago. He might have said that. I don't know. I don't speak French. I just assume based on his tone of voice that he was swearing. Is it Quebecois swears? This is a French gentleman. To the Quebecois gentleman. Putain? I'm pretty sure he did say Putain. Coalice and Tabarnak is interesting. Ball's got a world record. They touched the toilet water. Let's go. Proud of you. Oh, Steve. Interesting. French. Do I have any plans for my birthday? I am helping my dad move some, like, appliances. I think he needs a refrigerator moved. I'm doing that at, like, 7 in the morning. That is my current plan. Such a dad time move, Rich. Yeah, 7 in the morning on my birthday. He asked if I was free 2 weekends ago, and I said, no, Dad, I'm in Pittsburgh. And then he asked if I was free this last weekend, and I said, no, Dad, I'm still in Pittsburgh. To which he was like, okay. And then his partner reached out and said, are you free this last weekend? To which I said, no, I'm still in Pittsburgh. And then, like, I was asked, am I free this weekend on Saturday morning? To which I said, Saturday morning is my birthday. And the response that I got was, so do you have plans yet? And I said, I guess not. Because I fucking guess not. Do I like Seattle? Yeah. I mean, I grew up here. It's, like, in the same way that anybody has a bittersweet relationship with where they grew up, where, like, it feels like home to a degree, but they also don't necessarily love or hate it. I feel the same thing about being here. The nice thing is that where I'm at isn't, like, the exact... Interesting. Grabbing the ball of the ball and chain makes sense. Happy early uterus expulsion anniversary day. Thank you, Lay. I appreciate that. Wholesome. Please do not enter the holes. Normal or hero mode? This is normal mode. So anyways, yeah, I guess I now have plans on my birthday that are related to moving appliances. Unito Fit Comma Pip. Hello, hello. Thank you for the raid. Can you shout out Pippi? Pippi's a really good friend of mine. If you guys don't know her, she's like awesome. She plays the Sky with Soa, and she plays Phantom Hourglass, and she's just super cool. And I got to spend like an entire week hanging out with her, and she's just awesome. Go fucking follow her. She also is like a host for GDQ. She's a cool person and good friend. And hi, everyone from Pippi's. I'm the degenerate friend. Hi. You want to talk about dicks? Who doesn't? Exactly! What's up, Hacker? And hey, Hellsage. I hope everybody's doing well and ready to talk about dicks. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, I wasn't targeting anything, so that was interesting. Okay. Is that squats with cum, Pippi, or what the fuck? That is not a statement I expect to hear. You can say... Yes, please, say the joke that you were stopping yourself from saying in Pippi's. Hi, Fred. Why does Bull look ass in this category? It's only really, like, the one spot you have to stand somewhat specifically. Oh, kumquats. Ah, we're talking about kumquats. Alright. Degen time? No, we're literally just talking about kumquats. It's a fucking fruit. Yeah, Volv isn't exactly, like, great. Why isn't the run in hero mode? Because hero mode basically just turns off hearts and does nothing else, as far as I know. What? What are you targeting, game? What? Shadow! Nux, thank you for the minute. Shadow, thank you for gifting a sub to first Scenaris, then to Nux. I appreciate both of those. You are awesome and well appreciated. And awesome again, because I can't think of another word. The both of you, enjoy the lack of ads and the dino nuggies and all of the emotes. And Shadow, you are amazing. Consider yourself appreciated. The damage multiplier is on echoes and not on damage taken. Doesn't having the attacks go off lose time compared to if you could skip them? I'm not sure what you're asking, Photon. So we're specifically counting, like, the number of attacks. It's like 3, 3, 4... Actually, I don't remember what it is offhand. I run Twilight Princess in normal mode or hero mode. Well, I played on GameCube. There is no hero mode. So I did play on normal mode. But, like, we're specifically counting the number of times it gets hit. Photon, and, like, doing the minimum and then just kind of fucking off. Jelly Cat, where you don't skip all of them after the first green orb? Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit... yeah. It is a thing. Has anyone seen this before he killed the arm without spinning? Glenn, to answer your question, yes, I've had that a fair bit. I don't know how to cause it. But I've had it somewhat randomly. Maybe 1 in every 10 to 15 times I do not. Yeah, Scenaris is a critically acclaimed, wholesome person. She says nothing but wholesome things in this chat. She definitely does not say degenerate things. Scenaris, for example, Scenaris, what is your opinion on cum? Good. See? She has positive interactions with a lot of people. Because, as we all know, cum contains sperm. And that means that she is having all of these positive interactions with all of these lovely people. Ah, shit, I never unbanned Herminator. I'm so sorry, Herminator. He fucking banned himself an hour and 20 minutes ago. Why was her mad he just did it to himself? Herm was hoping you forgot. Are you in a call with Herm right now, Scaro? Pretty sure he left at this point. You never know. But yes, I would generally assume that he is probably not here. Maybe he's back because of the raid. Who fucking knows? Say 175k more. Yeah, you can ban a mod. See, but the kind of person Herminator is, he would just think it's really funny. Which, yeah. Ah, it's intentional. I see, Shadow. Pippi, how was the second seed, by the way? Community tab says Herm's here. He is probably lurking currently. We do not call people out of lurk. Ever since I accidentally called Cloud out of lurk that one time, we are reformed. Cloud is also always lurking. That is the kind of person she is. Yeah, we love Cloud. She's dope. She is a good bean. But did he want to go to Purgatory? Dare I ask what happened earlier, Pride? Oh my god, get out of the water. Thank you. Pride accidentally summoned Cloud. Do you think we could convince Cloud to do SSR and she unlurked? Ah. She kind of just does that sometimes, I feel like. She just shows up sometimes. Which is dope. Good for her. Cloud does enjoy Skyward Sword, yes. Oh. Enjoy being sore, Orion. Have a good night. I hope you get sore from doing, quote, that, unquote, if that is what you are aiming to do. Thank you for the have fun and good luck. Sleep well, Orion. It was also great to meet you. You're an awesome person. So, it was great. And most of this chat right now enjoys Skyward Sword. Because they came from Pippi's? Yeah, probably. Oh, Korok asked what my favorite Zelda is. It's Minish Cap. I like Minish Cap. Go, Ignichan, go! I grabbed the Ignichan? What the hell? Go, Fernando, the Fire Geese. Thank you, Fernando. Why do you like Minish Cap? Somebody remind me to answer that question when I'm not on the worst fight in the fucking game. Already beat Bull? Fair enough. This is the worst phase, actually. The third phase is the worst phase, in my opinion. Shoot. Anytime it does this attack, I basically just can't approach. And anytime it does this, I can't approach. That is fine, actually. Cool. When he asked this guy, I have 3. 0 element swaps across 3 fights in Hundo. What the fuck? That's awesome. That's amazing. I'm happy for you. I didn't know that was possible. Yeah, Phase 2 is fine. Why is Minish Cap my favorite game? Minish Cap is Minish Cap is just my favorite game. And bonus, I didn't play it as a kid. I played it as like a 16-year-old. So it's not like young childhood nostalgia either. But like, the game is just so... It's a good blend of cutesy, polished, what I expect out of a Zelda game, and like, just good. Like, I just enjoyed it for 1,000 reasons that I don't really have many knocks on the game. Plus, in combination with playing it at a time in my life where I really needed something like that, fucking amazing. So it's my favorite. Same for you with Oracle Seasons, same for you with MMC. Everyone has a thing like this. Got Periscope working. Yes, Andy. It has been a bit. It's been the length of GDQ, basically. How are you doing, dude? I hope you're doing well. Glad you got Periscope working. Good luck with the videos you plan to make with proper input viewers. This is gold. This might be gold. Oh yeah, that was my look-alike. You may know him. His name is Brendan Fraser, circa 30 years ago. A Let's Play of MM is what got you into Zelda in the first place. That is itself a nice thing. I'm happy for you for that. My double blubbers at Blubbock. You kind of do have a Brendan Fraser look. I have been told that I look like a young Brendan Fraser before. I have also been told I look like an American Timothée Chalamet, whatever the fuck that means. I don't know what the American application to that is. But I don't agree. And I don't know what the fuck that means. My dubbers did an excellent job. Thank you, Cineris. I hear that they did well. It's interesting how, like, every so often people just come in and think that I look like insert different person here. It's never the same person, and I barely ever see it. Teddy Sears. No clue who the fuck Teddy Sears is. Is that the owner of Sears? Look like lovers? Who the fuck is that? Zoom from Flash. Interesting. Oh, white Stevie Wonder, thank you. This guy just has, like, a ton of intense, like, pictures of him. I don't really think I have an intense look on my face, so I don't know that I can agree just because I don't glare at this. I don't go, the entire time. Like Greg German. Hi, Rec. The fuck is Greg German? Are you feeling better, Rec? Greg German. American actor. I don't like his nose. I also disagree, but I don't like his nose. Go, Ignachat Army! Go, Ignachats. Fuck! This is really bad. This is really, really bad. Ignachads, do it! Do it, Ignachad! Good job, Ignachad. Okay. Look like a peanut. Thank you. Alright, can soft lock skip go well? That missed? Why are these missing? At anybody who plays this game. Thank you. Like Blake Lively. That actually might be one of the names that I've heard. Juice Boff pace? Potentially not because of the shit with the... That. Like, probably not is the answer. Juice, what is your PB? Because I also failed the second blob skip in Lionel Room. Which banned term did you hit? What did you try to say? It didn't even pop up on mine. Blake Lively? Is that a girl? That is a girl? Okay. 146.17? Yeah, no way I'm getting 146.17. Like, I might not even get a 146 with how this has been. Ryan Reynolds' wife. Interesting. Yeah, this is not a 146. This can still 140. I sure fucking hope it can 147. If I lost another 2-minute PB pace, I will be pissed. Blake Lively. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm wife material? Hell yeah, I am. Just waiting for some hot businesswoman to wife me up. What? What? Targeting mechanic. So to wake up from your dreams of delusion. Oh, you're talking to John, okay. It attacks very fast. It does charge the attack of what you're targeting immediately. It takes something like 0.8 seconds. I timed it at one point. For the sake of like figuring out DPS and stuff. Who gets to wipe up Glovers? Who wants to wipe me up? Who is a hot, sexy businesswoman looking for a male wife? Type 1 in chat. Add the male wife tag, like, to the stream? I haven't touched my tags since the day tags were made, where I just put, "Why are you reading this?" But sure, I'll add male wife. I don't know what a male wife actually is, but I will do it. Guess you can't? I'm sorry to hear that, Glam. I'm glad to hear that there are a couple of hot business women that are willing to take me on as a male wife. In chat, I am ecstatic about this, and am looking forward to this business venture. Or are you actually starting your own business? What's your business, Samaris? Add the skill issue tab. Well, this is not a purple photon stream, so I don't know why that would be relevant. Fair enough, this is all I need to know. Scenaris is apparently a hot businesswoman. Congrats on that fact. Oh, come on, there was a second one. eat the dirtiest part of my asshole, you fucking video game. Also, let's go, Lizalvos. Let's go, dude. I love the spirit that Lizalvos has. Did I say why Minish Cap's my favorite? Yeah, the short of it is just like, not right now. The short of it is just like, is my favorite game for a ton of reasons, and it's just, it was a game that was around at the perfect time in my life. It's not like a nostalgia thing, but I all around just kind of love it for what it is. And I think that it is like a very well-made game. Do I ever run Minish Cap? No, but I will at some point soon, actually. Link! You just missed, you idiot! GG. I like that the first thing that I read wasn't the GGs, it was what I bring to the table is land, livestock, and boobs. Fucking based. But thank you guys for the GGs. Oh, my lips are still dry from Pittsburgh. I'm going to end the local recording now. But thank you guys for the GGs.